Hello friends, Shayla here. So I am here to film, finally, my hashtag 24-hour Tezuka Readathon TBR. So this is the 24-hour Tezuka manga readathon that I am co-hosting with Laura and Jen. I will leave their information linked down below, so definitely go and check out their channels. I will be primarily hosting over on Instagram. So again, my Instagram handle is down below, so please come and follow my Instagram. I'm planning on doing a lot of stuff through Instagram stories. I'll have some challenges and some things, and I will be searching the hashtags, so definitely use it all day as you're participating in the readathon, and I am really excited to do this. Again, thanks to Laura and Jen for inviting me into their manga readathon host club. It's been a lot of fun so far, and it's finally time to post our TBRs, so let's go ahead and dig right in. So challenge number one, all of our challenge prompts are based on works of Tezuka's, because this readathon will be taking place on what would have been his 90th birthday, so we just want to read a ton of manga. So if you want to participate, definitely do. As long as you read one volume of manga that day, we love you. So these are totally optional reading challenges. I've decided to use them, so it's pushing me out of my comfort zone a little bit, getting me to read some things I've never read before, so it'll be great. Challenge number one is Astro Boy. Read a title that features robots or machines. I've got two that I've got picked out for this. So I have Clockwork Planet. This is a boy finds girl robot kind of adventure. So I've heard cute things about it. It's from the creator of No Game, No Life, if you like that one. So I thought I would give it a try, see how I feel about it. And then the other one I have picked out for this particular challenge is Neon Genesis Evangelion. My husband insists that I read this one, so I will be reading it. I got the first omnibus, so I've got volumes 1, 2, and 3. This is the current publication. There are many publications of this one so far. This is through Viz. This is a pretty new story to me. I've read the first chapter of this just because I wanted to make sure I was going to like it before I bought an omnibus. So I really enjoyed the first chapter of this, so I'm definitely looking forward to digging into this and getting to know the story a little bit better. I've heard about the anime forever, so I'm finally excited to be sitting down and reading the manga and experience it in this format. This is a mecha-based, which means people like getting into machines to do battle kind of a situation, so I'm really excited to read it. Challenge number two is Kimba the White Lion. Read a title that features animals or nature. So the first one I have picked out for this actually comes out on Tuesday, so I don't own my physical copy yet, but that is volume 3 of Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts. This is a story that I've stumbled across recently thanks to my friend Dana. I'm obsessed. I love it. If you like Ancient Magus Bride, this is so going to be your jam. It is so good. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so it's about this girl who's raised to be the sacrifice of the King of Beasts. Things happen. She ends up the bride of the King of Beasts instead of the sacrifice. It's fantastic. Oh, I love it. So cute. And then the second one I have picked out for this one is Pokemon Adventures Volume 3. So I'm going to conclude this trilogy finally during this readathon. Challenge number 3 is Buddha. Read a title with religious or historical elements. So for that one, I am going to be reading this omnibus of Rurouni Kenshin. This is volumes 13, 14, and 15. I've slowly been working my way through Rurouni Kenshin. I love the era in which this takes place, and it's an era of Japan that I really know pretty much nothing about, if I'm honest, but I really enjoy reading from this era, so I am really excited to be continuing on with Kenshin finally. I've been holding on to this since I found out the challenges for the readathon so that I knew I had something to read. Challenge number 4 is Princess Knight. Read a romance or adventure story. I have 3 titles picked out for this one because I love me my romance manga, let's be real peeps. So the first one I have here is My Little Monster Volume 2. This is about a somewhat delinquent kid that has this girl from school kind of sent to encourage him to come back to school. They form a connection. He starts coming back to school, and it's about her kind of taking care of him at school. It's fun. It's cute. I really liked the first volume. I've heard a lot of my friends really love this series, so I'm really working my way through it slowly. So I'm excited to finally be picking up volume 2. The next one on this list is LDK. This is Love Dining Kitchen Love, or Living Dining Kitchen Love. So this is about, you know, high school girl, popular boy kind of situation, involves cooking. I think it's going to be cute. I'm really excited to try it out. This is just the first volume. If I don't like it after volume 1, I won't keep going, obviously, but I think it'll be sweet enough that I'll probably really love it, honestly. And last but not least, I have Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight. This is volume 1, obviously. This is another new series for me, but this is about a girl who's always thought about being in this fairy tale relationship, and cute popular boy approaches her. They start forming a relationship, and she's like, is this ideal or is he just weird? Like, so I think it's gonna be fun. It sounds like shenanigans will ensue, and that's totally my kind of manga. I like shenanigans a lot. Number 5 is Phoenix. Read a short story or story featuring reincarnation or past lives. So I have 2 picked out for this one once again. So I have To Your Eternity Volume 1, where it sounds like there's an orb, gets into a wolf, lives this life with this person. Sounds like it's ancient. Sounds like multiple lives lived through this orb through various animals, and it sounds so good. It really does. I am not properly describing this. I will give you a more detailed description as the readathon happens, as I will be vlogging it, so just know that going in, but I am way stoked to try this one out. The other title I'm going to be trying out for this is called Again. So this is about a high schooler. As he's graduating high school, he looks back. He didn't have a great high school experience. The next day he wakes up, it's the first day of high school all over again. It's a little bit Groundhog Day where he gets a chance to relive high school. So I think it's going to be a blast. I love that concept. I don't love Groundhog Day itself necessarily, but the concept of the story I've always really liked and gotten along with. So I really think this is going to be a manga up my alley. So the final challenge, challenge number 6, is Blackjack. Read a suspense title or a title with medical themes. This first choice might be a stretch, and then the second one I don't know enough about, but it feels very suspenseful, so I'm just going to go with it. So the first one is Assassination Classroom Volume 6. In this series, we're dealing with a classroom full of kids who are commissioned, basically, to assassinate this alien-type character with tentacles before a certain date, because that's the date he says he's going to end the world. So it's really a lot more comical than suspenseful, but I don't do suspense and like thriller or horror kind of stuff very well. So this is like a really tame version of that. I want to keep moving with this series anyway, so I just plan on reading it. And the other one we have here is Real Account. This sounds like social media meets Hunger Games meets SAO almost kind of thing. That is like a really weird description. Let me just read the back to you, because this is what sold me on it. Like many of his peers, Ataru Kashiwagi, if I butcher names, I'm very sorry, by the way, has found himself addicted to the newest social networking service, Real Account. But one day, Ataru and almost 10,000 other people get sucked into the Real Account zone, where they have become players in a series of deadly games. The basic rules of these games are simple. If you lose all your followers, you die in real life. And if you die, all your followers die with you. As these depraved games decimate the players around them, Ataru must use quick thinking and his knowledge of Real Account to win each round and return to the real world. But when true friendship determines whether he lives or dies, can Ataru really count on his internet friends to help him survive? So this one's definitely got a lot more meat to it than Assassination Classroom in that regard. And I think it's going to be really fun. I really like the concept of it, so I hope the execution is just as good. So again, this is one that's a newer series. I don't really know a ton about it other than this description that I just read to you. So I am hopeful that this is going to be a fun one to read. So there you have it, friends. Those are the 12 volumes of manga. Well, 13 actually. I think. We'll see. No, 12. Because Rurouni Kenshin's my only historical one. Everything else I have at least 2. The romance one I have 3. So, yes, those are the 12 volumes of manga that I plan on reading in a 24, it's actually a 25-hour period, because we didn't realize this when we created it, but daylight savings happens to happen on the same day, so you get an extra hour to read. So those of you who say you're too busy, take that extra hour and read a volume of manga. I think it's going to be fun. My average is about an hour per volume, but I do have a couple of omnibuses in this, so we'll see how well I do. Plus, I'll be hosting things. It's going to be a riot, guys. I am so excited to do this. Again, thanks again to Laura and Jen for inviting me along. Their stuff is linked down below. Definitely go and check them out. And I hope you guys are going to participate with us. Let me know in the comments down below if you plan on participating and what some of the titles you have picked out. I'm really super excited. We'll see you guys later.